Kids and cadets, happy Sunday. I hope you're having an awesome day or will have an awesome day before you got to go back to work. Manana. William Sanderson. I got to figure out this coffee app that you speak of. But until then, it's 50 plus 9. I'm going to motivate. Okay, let's get serious about small engines and small engine repair. Craftsman Mike 140. This happens to be a 2019 built 9th month 2019. Probably the GCV 160. It is, according to the barcode sticker on the tank. So the deal is, yesterday, gentleman by the name of Blake reached out to me. He says, "What's the cheapest mower you have?" I said, they start at 140. I tell everybody that. I happen to had one for 120, 130 on up, but I kind of weed out the pack, you know what I mean? I say 140 and most of the people run for cover. They don't want to spend 140. So he said, "Are you going to be around today?" I said, "Yes." So I says, "I take dead mowers in on trade." He says, "Great, I have one. I can't get it started." He sent me a picture of this crafty. So he sent me a picture and it looked like this. I didn't see the cover. He said he had everything. I says, "Do you have a bag?" He said, "No." I says, "Well, send the cover, bring the cover with you." He said, "I can't. I'm on house arrest. I'm going to send my girlfriend." So she showed up about an hour later. It looks like he tried to do a little slice and dice. So this is Harvey the homeowner style nonsense. Blake is hacking and slashing. So she showed up with her uncle. Seemed to be fine people. I showed him I think it was a Troy bill with a Honda engine, ironically, just like this GCV 160. Kind of a rough thing. I had listed it for 120. I told him by the picture that I saw, I'd give him $20 for it. So she handed me $100. I helped the uncle load it and they left. I gave them all the info about the machine, what kind of gas to use, oil. So I think Blake was a fibber. He said the only thing he did was remove the cover, but upon further inspection here, after looking at it, appears he's been messing around. First thing I noticed, pull cords off to the side. The pull cord should be facing the operator directly behind the unit. Okay, so that screw does not go to it. Oh, okay. That may explain all the washers here on the deck. We'll get to that. So we got one oddball. He lost the screw. I told them not to hit anything. If they brought it back with water in the tank or carb, it was $60 to clean. So I think I'm going to be telling people that right away. I told them to get rid of any gas they had in their gas can, go to Wawa and get fresh gas. So that's going to be my insurance policy right there. They bring it back with water in it. It's $60. $60. Okay, so that's right. Let's look at the oil. It's got oil. So when he and I unloaded, I kind of just pushed this off to the side. I figured if it was complete, it was going to be worth the $20. So I think we should take this off. I think he's put a new coil on it. So let's remove this and see what's happening. I think he threw parts on it. It's got a brand new plug and a brand new coil. Usually coils don't go bad, so that's why he had this on backwards. He didn't put it on right after the coil replacement. So I've never had anybody reach out to me that's on house arrest. I wonder what he was doing, or should have been doing, or not doing. Brand new coil. Why? RC12YC plug. Looks like the right one. The wiring for the kill wire is all kind of scrunched up. So he was just throwing shit at this thing, it looks like. So I noticed the linkage is off the governor arm. There's no spring. I see the bowl gasket down here. Is that the shear pin? No, I think it's just a piece of steel, but what did it break off of? This is tweaked down here, pushed in. I'm going to remove the cover. It looks like he forgot to put some stuff back together. I should be able to figure it out. Plus, I've got a bunch of GCV 160s around. I just want to see what he did or didn't do. So he said he didn't do anything. Maybe he bought it like this. I don't know. He said all he did was take the air filter cover off. It's got one of those wax doohickey automatic choke thingies. So missing the spring. Boy, we're really digging down here. And so there's like 5 big washers here, which have nothing to do with this Honda application. So I don't know what that's all about, but we'll save those for future reference. So just for shits and giggles, I'm going to see if that gasket goes here. So let me take off the fuel line. We're digging deep into unknown territory here. I don't know why. Just for the hell of it. Since Blake's on house arrest, he should take an online small engine repair class and really make some money. Stay away from criminal activity. Okay. I hate these Honda fuel hose clamps. I'm gonna end up destroying them. So that gives me an idea. Get something to save this bowl fuel. Who's leaving? American Airlines. Oops, kind of spilled it. And it did go to this. The nut's missing the gasket. A little bit of sediment down there. Boy, we're on our way to cleaning this thing up. So I can steal a spring off another machine. So that's what I'm probably gonna do, is keep going with this, but I won't drag you along. I'm gonna clean up the carb, put this all back together. I'm gonna turn on the shut off here and see if the tank's got bad gas in it. It's dripping out. I don't see any water yet going to the bottom. So he revamped the whole ignition system. New plug and new coil. Do you think it wouldn't run? And he went ahead and thought it was ignition. So if I can solve this mystery, I can throw a bag on this thing and put it out for sale. I gotta check the underside. Could be in need of a blade. Plug was kind of loose. I don't know if a Champion RC12IC should go on a Honda. These are more or less for the newer Briggs & Stratton plastic engines. I don't know if you can cross them over onto a GCV 160. That might be an issue. So when I do this again, I'm going to put an NGK in it from another GCV 160. I'm not going to use this RC12YC. Anywho, so those are the things I've found here. Kind of curious what the real issue is. Carburetor didn't seem to be too bad. As far as contamination, you know what I mean? I didn't want to spill that. So maybe he tried to put this thing together and it was just pouring out gas from the bowl. It would have been. He didn't put the gasket back on it. So maybe he called it quits, or maybe the girlfriend said, honey, grass is 6 feet tall. We got to do something about this mess. You know what I mean? Okay, so that's all I got for you. I may do a little bit more here, but maybe not. Might make a note on this thing and put it to the side. Okay. Aha. More issues. It gets better and better. Was kind of looking at the leftover gasket material here. He took all the gasket material and just put this thing all back together. There was no gaskets between anything. No gasket here, no gasket there, no gasket there. And no gasket there. So I've got a couple of these key-in kits with the cover and all the gaskets. So I'm going to have to go to a carb kit and steal all the necessary gaskets. So that's another flub up on Blake's part. So he fibbed to me, said the only thing he did was take the cover off. He had more things off, and he wouldn't have bought the machine, most likely not running with all these issues, unless he bought it for $10 and thought maybe he could get it going, change the coil. But then there's all these other secondary issues. Anyway, that's all. That's all we're going to discuss for now. I'm going to mark it, what I just discovered, put a piece of paper on here and go on to something else. You guys have an awesome day. 50+9. Thanks for coming out to Tommy Time. Adios, amigos. Tip your waitress and waitstaff.